Hey there, YouTube fans. How you going, man? Okay, so a bit of an update on this whole low-dose naltraxone tablets that I was taking debacle and the whole low blood sugar issues. Now, I really want to try to forward this information to the LDN Trust, the low-dose naltraxone trust, if I can. Maybe there's somebody else that's been in my shoes. What was happening to me, if you haven't been following my channel lately, is I suspected that low-dose naltraxone that I was taking for fibromyalgia and chronic fatigue syndrome was really badly crashing my blood sugars. So I went and got this Libre Sensor 2 continuous blood glucose monitor that links up to the phone that I'm recording on, and I can have a look at my blood sugars, and they were going as low as 3 in the Australian standard, and you multiply that by 18 in the American standard. You guys can do the maths. And in the Australian standard, if you go as low as 2.8, you can go into have seizures and a coma and all sorts of stuff. So it was pushing them way too low, and it was very, very dangerous. And the other thing that was happening is I was having rabid hunger, excessive hunger for months and months and months, and then I put on a whole bunch of weight, and it was really upsetting because I had gastric sleeve surgery, and because I've got problems with memory, I did put the 2 and 2 together sometimes, and then I just kept on continuing what I was doing because the tablets were helping with the pain. And so I put back on 11 kilograms, which is about 25 pounds, something like that, really fast, within a few months. Now, the good news is, because there was a lot of insulin spikes, it wasn't all fat that I put on, it was a good amount of muscle as well, which is good, but there still was a lot of body fat that I put on. I put it mainly on my stomach. Terrible. But anyway, I'm back on track. This morning I was 148.5. I confirmed that with 2 scales, so 148.5 kilograms. Don't ask me in pounds. It's around 320 pounds or something like that. I noticed the really good thing about these things, continuous blood glucose monitor, CGM, is now I can see what happens when I eat specific foods or drinks. So, for example, I learned today and over the last few days that coffee makes me have a kind of reactive hypoglycemia. My blood sugars crash, whether it's the sugar in the coffee or the coffee itself. I'm not sure yet. I can test it again. But that makes my blood sugar crash, and then I get hungry. The other thing I didn't realize is the popcorn that I ate every single day is actually high GI. If you know about the glycemic index, it becomes sugar in your blood very fast, and then you have this big insulin spike again, and it crashes, and you can get hungry again. So that food is no good to me. The other thing that I noticed is I did a fat-free mass calculation online, and I found out that, well, not I found out, I realized it worked out that I have a lot of muscle on my body, which is fantastic. That's what I want. And it's over 80 kilograms just in muscle and bone alone. And what's important, I think, about this is the fact that I'm having constant hunger every single day, but I'm going to gym. And if you know, as a teenager, your hunger is because you're growing. So I'm growing, and I think part of the issue that I'm having with this hunger constantly, besides the fact that there are things that are spiking my blood sugar and then it's coming back down, and then I'm getting hungry. I'm getting hungry when it's around 4.7, 4.5, and there's a delay in this thing of 5 minutes. So I feel hungry, and then I see the reading that it's in the 4s. My point with all that is I need protein. I need a lot of protein. I may have to now continually supplement my diet with the low-fat like skim milk and then protein powder, and have some drinks throughout the day as well, because I need a lot. And so according to that fat-free index thing, it even says possible use of anabolic steroids. This guy's carrying so much muscle under his body fat. So that's fine by me. That's a compliment. I'm not on anabolic steroids. I'm not even on testosterone replacement therapy anymore. All that is good, thank God, with the loss of weight. And I'm not diabetic anymore, although I'm having low blood sugar issues. Absolutely. That's pretty clear, and that's related to the hunger, as I said earlier. So the good news is with the stopping of low dose naltraxone, the blood sugars got better. It's interesting to watch that. While I remember is that I also found out what's going on with my morning blood sugars. It's quite amazing. I went to bed with quite a high blood sugar, and it came down throughout the night, and then it was hovering just around the 4s, which is really close to low blood sugar, like just hovering all over the pattern, all over the graph. And then I woke up, and then it gave me a reading as I woke up, and it's in the normal range, 5.4 or something like that, completely normal range. But then the interesting thing is, within a very short period of time of waking up, that's when the blood sugar spikes. And so I'm reading it on my finger and going, oh boy, maybe I'm pre-diabetic. No, when I just woke up, it's fine. So my body is anticipating going to the gym or getting up and going around, having a shower or whatever. It's anticipating that, and then it's raising the blood sugars. How intelligent and cool is that? At least it's doing something right. So that's what's going on with the blood sugar situation. It's perfectly fine all night, and just low, but at those blood sugars around the 4s, it's not going to harm you just sitting there, lying there. It's not low enough to be dangerous. It's in the normal range still, technically, although a bit on the low side. But yeah, what was amazing to me is, this thing has been priceless. It was $111, unfortunately, for only 2 weeks, this CGM monitor here. But it was worth every single dollar, and if I can afford it again, I will get another one. Please donate to my channel. There's a PayPal link there. Things are tough, but I'm going to try and afford it again, because it gives you such a clear idea of what's going on in relation to the hunger and what you're eating and how it's affecting that hunger, and how it's dropping and messing with your blood sugars, and what you eat that spikes the blood sugars throughout the roof. So for example, for me, because I'm having all these low blood sugar issues, it seems to be important for me to actually have an Italian type of diet with the complex carbohydrates, or the al dente pasta, for example. Maybe it's not a complex carb, but let's say the al dente cooked pasta. So that means don't cook it to death that it's soggy and mushy. You still a little bit of a bite in it. That's how pasta is supposed to be cooked, by the way. If you cook it like that, it becomes low GI, low glycemic index, and then your blood sugar is more stable throughout the day. So turns out, for me now personally, with basically not diabetic, with problems with lower blood sugar, to eat like an Italian is a damn good idea. It's a damn good idea for me, because the most important thing that made this putting on weight for me was the hunger, and the hunger was related to low blood sugars, I think. And then I'd say also, it's not only that, it's complicated, and this is why I haven't been able to work it out before. It's that I need a lot of protein as well. Those two things. When I was younger and I was doing weights, I was wondering, why am I hungry all the time? And it's because I was doing weights and I was big, and I was 120 kilograms, and I was lean, so I needed a lot of protein. Now I'm carrying a lot of muscle underneath, and probably the same amount of muscle, to be honest, underneath, and then wondering why I'm hungry all the time. I need a lot of protein, maybe up to 300 grams of protein a day. That's how much I need. This is basically you need to eat like a competitive bodybuilder. Arnold Schwarzenegger was saying when he was at his peak, and he was only 108 kilos or something, by the way. That's the most amazing thing. I weigh more than Arnold Schwarzenegger did at his peak. As far as the weight goes, of course, they don't look anything like him. But he was having 250 grams, his words, 250 grams of protein a day. 250 grams of protein. But he was around 108 kilos or something. It was under 110 kilos or something like that, if I'm not mistaken. But I was like quite shocked that he was nowhere near the kind of body weight I have. Now, yes, I know that I'm like 44, 43% body fat, maybe only 42% now. Body fat is still a lot. I need to get down to around 20%. But just to be happy, and then we'll see from there. Yeah, but anyway, he was taking 250 grams of protein a day. So that's where I'm at with all of this. I think I've got out the main things I wanted to get out. I think I mentioned that the energy levels are a bit better. Still very hungry though, but when I get those blood sugars up and I get that protein into me, that seems to help a little bit. The scales seem to be turning around in the right direction, and we're not having the really dangerous low blood sugars with the constant extreme hunger. So things have improved there, but I'm keeping an eye on it, and we'll see how we go. I think I've covered the most important things. Low-dose naltraxone, yes, it worked for me as far as the pain goes. Oh, that reminds me, pain-wise, I'm okay. Thank God, touch wood. I'm able to deal with it. Yes, I'm sore, I'm achy, my fingers hurt and my bones hurt, my shoulders and all that with the fibromyalgia, but it's not too bad, thank God, touch wood. And I'd say that the flare-up that I had has gone down, because I've been less active as well with all that's going on, motorbike riding and going out and whatever have you. Anyway, thank goodness I'm better. I'm going to end it there. Remember to like, comment and subscribe. Hope that helps somebody out there. God bless. Teacher Sal out.